Hey guys, Justa guy here with another episode of City Skylines, and today we're going to split our oil industry up somewhere. Now, overall, our city has really good traffic, 70+%. Our blimp lines, our ferries, they're all doing good jobs. They have lots of people, on our public transits. 493 for the ferries. 324 buses. Wow, that's quite a bit for so few buses. But the big one is, of course, come on, click it. There we go. Got the ferries that are pretty big. They're pretty popular. We also got our blimp lines. This one stop is super popular, but you know, it's okay. The rest are kind of not so much. Everybody wants to go here. We do have the vehicle mod, options mod, that has sped blimps up a little bit. I think it's like 800 kilometers per hour. And their capacity is 100 instead of 30. And they still can't really keep up. And we have one going clockwise and one counterclockwise, as we did in the last episode. That goes basically around our entire area. Our factory district area is, doing its job more or less. As you can see, the things quickly get their goods, even though it constantly says they don't have any, because these just don't want to send them out. I have found fill works the best. It's not perfect, but at least it's not sending them outside the city to export goods when I don't really need to. It sticks mostly to filling these up. And we're making money. We are slowly going up. It was like 1.6 million or whatever. But right here, this little roundabout, input and output on all directions, tends to get backed up. It goes all the way to here sometimes. It backs up here quite often. It's just, the design was never very good. It was the very first industry area I built, and I just sort of threw it together. And yeah, it has an issue of everybody goes through this roundabout, and it kind of backs up. So we need oil, but we have other sources of oil. Oops. We have a large section over here right on the border, right near the highway, which could be possible, although, And we have a little bit over here, but then we already have trucks dealing with us ore industry, so that might not be a great idea either. But as far as oil, that is basically it. Unless we buy this square way down here, assuming we can, which I'm not sure if we can. Maybe, I don't think so. I think it's going to stop right here. So, we can buy, I believe, this square, and it'll give us most of the ore, or the oil. So this square or this square. Either one are particularly desirable locations. They have big flat areas, but they're not going with the water theme. I guess we'll get them all eventually, but we'll buy this one for now. And we can't buy another one yet. So, oil industry. Let's pause it real quick. Now, we don't necessarily want to build a second oil industry and have to level it up and do the workers and all that stuff. So I was thinking we should be able to take our industry area. Oops. Let's not do that too big, because you can't put like other areas or or parks or anything through that. So I'm gonna just make a little tiny line to make sure it's connected, and then we're gonna make a bigger area over here. Oops. No. There we go. Not quite sure how this is all gonna go, but we'll just do this. And then now we just need to figure out how to get there. Now, do we want to work off of this little roundabout here and clog that all up? Or we could just make another one. I think we will. So we'll take another sort of default junction. We'll put it like here. There we go. And let's make sure we're all within our area. There we go. Good. Spread this out a little bit. There we go. So now we can take some of these buildings and move them, which will hopefully get rid of some of the issues. So we'll actually, pay the actual move it mod. Move it me. 6,000, yeah, that's good. So we'll make all of our oil rigs up here. Oh wow, this one's not a very good spot for it, to be honest. So yeah, it's good. We're moving it. We're making more oil. And then we'll take some of our productions. Okay, let's unpause it and see how that goes. We moved, as far as I could tell, all of our petrochemical or petroleum over here. We got a couple of our oil rigs, and we're sort of good. Lowered the traffic, hopefully. We still have all of our plastic production over here and some of our oil, so we should be okay. Not particularly using our stuff in the best light. Oops, we don't have any power or water over here. That may be required. Perfect pipes, as always. How would I get power? Guess it's just a really long cable. Alright, and then we don't have a fire engine or anything over here. Nope. Fire watch. And then I guess we need a cop because people always complain. They can go without health care. They don't need it. Did that bridge the power? It did not. There we go. How is our utilities doing? Power is good, water's... Sewer's a little bad, but we'll work with it. So our petrols are not being fed enough. We do have a tree in the way. What's wrong with this place? Not enough buyers, and we have people complaining about Oh, but their trucks. So this place is full. Or the trucks are in full use. We might have to put out more warehouses. We'll see. But how? So it did lower the traffic here quite a bit. We'll see if that actually works. Because they do have to go all the way over here, but they shouldn't have to come over here much. We just spread it out a little bit. We might have to build more oil tankers overall, though. But I think splitting it has helped. Let it run for a little bit and see. We are up to 80% now. With some fluctuations. It's still busy here, but I'm not seeing the backups as much as I used to. It used to be all the way to the end here, up the streets and stuff. But we have to wait for the people to decide where they're going. The money seems to be better though, so without the backups, the oil industry is doing a much better job. Speaking of, the name's way over here. Profit is 40,000 right now. Not too bad. Making 200 barrels, which is about the same, I think. Most of it's being exported as just oil. Not making nearly enough petroleum or plastics, to be honest. And is this place still getting its goods? Yeah. Wow, the unique factory products can't be sold fast enough. That is interestingly good. Animals. They're all doing good. We're not actually using everything yet, I don't think. Petroleum is still pretty good, so we're not falling behind yet, despite moving everything. So they haven't got their metals, but they have metals. Yeah. One truck's in use. Can they come? Can they come? How are these other people getting deliveries? There we go. Oh, it was a selling truck. I don't understand how you can possibly keep these going without mods. There we go. And you got the truck, and it got a little bit of metals. But the problem I've noticed is it doesn't seem to ask for more metals until this one runs out. I mean, that's just me. So how is this little intersection doing? And I missed a downgrade there. There we go. So far, this is doing okay. Quite a bit of crossover, but it's not causing too much of an issue. Not enough oil's going to them. I do... Maybe... Phil? Maybe try to keep that always stocked. Because currently all of its trucks are in delivery. We have another oil over here, right? That one's fully going too. So I guess we will go for another warehouse. Warehouses. There we go. Oh, I think we actually have to use the oil ones. So we're using mostly the small tanks because you'll notice that's 12 trucks. The big one only is like, 25, but it's much bigger. So it just seems like you're better off with 2 of the small ones than 1 big one. I mean, just how the orders work. So we'll put another one right here. How about, I'm curious, we leave this one empty? 1 filled, 1 empty. I mean, that seems like a good policy. These guys can't get their oil out fast enough. And I even turned up the budget of... Here we go. More trucks. It's at like a little over 100%. Just enough to give them another extra truck. Problem with this is it can really, really mess with traffic. So instead of 6... Nope, they still got 6. They got 14 now though instead of 12. Or 13. All those new trucks going out. But yeah, guys. That was the plan of this episode overall. I mean, it's kind of short, maybe, depending on editing. But just a little thing. I think you can actually cut this off and it'll still work. Let's go for it, I guess. Actually, let's save. Oh, and it's not broke anymore, but I haven't changed the save name. Yes. Let's go. So yeah, it's still all the same industry. That's cool. So if we click on like this, oops, right here. Oh wait, the building here. Industry area info. It is still Widow Well. That's cool. Only making 150 barrels right now, huh? At a massive kick to our production level somehow. These guys still not getting their oil. All of its trucks are in use. It's 100% full. It's got one truck in use now, though. Okay, so 80 still bit oil. Okay, I think that works. But yeah, guys, I guess this will be just a guy signing off. I know there was a new content creator pack update, but $5 for some bridges and $5 for some train stations is just a bit rich for my blood because I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, they're so big that I can't really think of any places you would use them. Like, even the regular train station, where is it? I guess it's another transport hubs. Yeah, the multi-platform train stations and the end stations, I mean, they're so big and they have so many lines that you almost never use them because you don't have a reason to have 6 train lines in a city. Usually, like, by the time your city's big enough to need that many train lines, it barely runs on most computers or you run out of space. I mean, you usually have like a loop or two, you know, you don't have 6 loops that all feed into one station, and you don't need these massive train stations. They look cool though, I'll give them that, but I don't know if it's worth $5 for stations I'll probably never use. But yeah, guys, this is just a guy signing off. Catch you guys later. Bye.